just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Text scams continue to rise, and victims who have lost money to these scams continues to increase. Consumers cannot rely on a text message to be truthful. If you receive a message regarding a fine for missing jury duty, your utilities being shut off for non-payment, toll road fines, or you've won a sweepstakes, these are scams designed with an urgency, and you need to send money now. Do not respond to these texts. And you should contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. That's 800-300-1986 for the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division.
We're back today with play-by-play. This minute, Huron Tigers. There's the Pregame, number 5, wide receiver, Brandon Hall, number 9, running back and linebacker. Riley Winnegar, number 18, receiver and corner. A.J. Anderson, number 20, linebacker and running back. Joe Hayes, number 23, receiver and corner. Charlie Martin, 52, DN and center. Noah Staley, 55, DN. Rayshon Wood, number 64, Olivia, number 75, DN and right tackle.
These two times South Dakota State tackle of the year. On the base of the Huron Tigers, Blake Buckles.
And again, good evening, everyone. We're back at Tiger Stadium, getting set for kickoff. Still a few minutes away, getting the starting lineups here. Pierre Governors, top ranked in the state, defending state runner-up. Before that, it was 7 titles in a row for the green and white. Starters on offense, Caleb Lounsbury back for his second year as the starting quarterback for the Governors. Wide receivers are Lincoln Dilgus, Carter Scheffelbein, and Jaron Deal. Tight end Cooper Terwilliger, and he's got D1 colleges looking at him across the country. The starting halfback is Kea Duchino. Along the line, they have Colton Cass, Max Schmitz, Bryson Wallman, Max Bogenhagen, and Tucker Oddie. For the Huron Tigers, again, head coach for us here, by the way, Steve Still, don't want to forget that. For the Huron Tigers, head coach is Drew Strand. A change on this offensive line as Elliot Hartman is out for tonight, and don't know his status for the future, but certainly out for tonight after injuring a knee last week against Yankton. Along the line, the tackles are Reagan Dirksen and Nolan Staley. The guards, Jackson Greenfield and Corden Caudell. The center is Charlie Martin. Wide receivers, Riley Winnegar, Mason Juergens, James Schultz Jr. Tight end is Carter Porish. The running back is Landon Hulse. And the quarterback is Anderson Porish. Those are the starters for the Tigers. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Officiating our game tonight, the white hat. The referee is Ed Fegan. Back judge, Craig Failer. Umpire, Jimmy Matarisi. Line judge is Tyler Curry, and the linesman is David Hunsley. They are the law on the field tonight, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Bright sunshine greets us here. We thought might have a few sprinkles, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. It is certainly much cooler than last week, although last week was nice as well. But as I was talking, I can't remember the last time, the second football game of the year, I did not wear shorts, but it's cool enough where it's not shorts weather tonight.
There's a few of them out there, the diehards, but yeah.
We do have a little bit of a breeze, too. It's coming out of the north. Looks like it has let up a little bit here over the past couple of minutes, but it might be a bit of a factor, but I don't think it'll be a major factor for this ball game here tonight. So getting through the introductions here, we'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, and we'll come back with the flip and the opening kickoff here at Huron High School football. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Fast, easy, no pressure oil changes to your family's meal. No appointment needed. So you can 11:59 Dakota Avenue now. You're right in the car, 352-9225. Adams Quickly also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at 4 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family's vehicle with Adams Quickly. 11:59 Dakota Avenue North. Adams Quickly is a proud sponsor of Tire Stores.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out for fast delivery. Every delivery for delivery or carry-out, you're going to call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from the realistic menu? Well, dine in and try their famous Godfather's buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. For local owners, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're open on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant seat screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, the local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium, getting set for kickoff tonight. Pierre Governors here on Tigers, game 2 of the season for both teams. Huron fell to Yankton last week, 41-24. Did have a lead early in the second half. Pierre had a over 2-hour rain delay to get their opener in. I think they got started about 20 after 9 from an originally 7 o'clock kickoff, and ended up just being a slog grass field there. And they really, both teams, they and Aberdeen, both just had trouble really getting anything going there. And 9-6 was the game there, but Pierre did come out with a win. Doesn't matter how you win as long as you have more points than the other team. And so one thing, Corky, and we've talked about this, you know, we saw what Pierre did last week, but that's really not a scouting report because they just, I mean, Coach Steele himself said we just couldn't really do what we wanted to, and neither could Aberdeen.
Well, they took the weather took everything away from your playbook. You know, you just can't do anything there, so you just basically go down to the basics, you know, as little as what you can do and make it work, and they be able to come out with a victory on that deal.
Yeah, I was talking to John Winkler. He's with our Riverfront group out in Pierre at KCCR, and he said that it sounded to him like they were about 10 minutes away from postponing and playing on Saturday.
It might, you know, it may be a little better, but you kind of want to get it in. You're all there and everything like that. But, you know, a couple hours to hang around, that's tough on everybody.
I did allow Coach Steele, and he said on the pregame, I watched just about the entire Huron game outside of about 12 or 13 minutes because, well, there was nothing else to do.
Well, exactly. So they got a chance there, and then like when you said, you know, Drew got home, he got to watch what there was of that game, you know, the Mud Bowl, basically what it was, and then got to see that live, which you don't normally get to do.
Now, Elliot Hartman is out tonight, and they still don't have a diagnosis on it, but the bottom line is the knee is still swollen a week later, so that's not a good sign. But starting tackle for the Tigers out tonight for sure, and they're still don't have a complete diagnosis what that injury is, so that puts Nolan Staley on the line. Tigers did reshuffle their defensive lineup a bit, just basically because of Pierre. They're coming out with 3 corners, 2 safeties, and 3 linebackers. So 8 in the back, you know, out of the backfield. There's 8 with just 3 down linemen because that's how they expect Pierre to attack. But again, they really didn't get a chance to see, but they do know it's Caleb Lounsbury back at quarterback again. So I figure they'll be doing a lot of the same things. Huron will receive the kick here again for a second straight game. Presumably, Pierre won the toss, and Pierre is kicking off. Logan Whitty will kick the ball away to Mason Juergens and Landon Holst, and we are ready to go. End over end kick, and fielded at about the 7-yard line, and that is Holst. Cuts back to the middle as the 25 to 30, breaks through 35, And he's up close to the 40-yard line. And a 1st and 10 for the Tigers, so a nice return of the opening kickoff, and that's where Huron will take over. Anderson Porish is the starting quarterback. Of course, Huron officially at their own 42-yard line. So some decent field position to open the game as we are underway here right at 7 o'clock. KIJV AM/FM in Huron. Tigers come out in the pistol. 3 receivers left, 1 right on the 1st and 10 play. Huron going into the breeze. It's not a big breeze, but the flag is out. 1st and 10, and it's just straight up the middle for Porish, 45, and then gets hit head up, still moving forward. And he's going to get a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Just a power right up the middle. Sonnenschein on the stop. Sutton, I believe, defensively for Pierre. Gain of 8 on the play for Porish. It'll be 2nd and 2. Nothing fancy there. It's almost like Anderson Porish was a fullback. Now empty backfield for the Tigers on 2nd and short from their own 45. 2 receivers right, 2 left, and a wing to the left. And fake, and Porish got confused, but he gets out of it. He's going to get a 1st down. He had an empty backfield and thought there was somebody back there, and then, well, it more than worked out for the Tigers. He gets 11 yards on the carry and a 1st down for the Tigers. That's not going to happen very often.
No, it worked out well that time. We'll take it.
So Huron with a 1st down, and they're on the Pierre side of the 50. 1st and 10 from the Governor, 44-yard line. Back in that pistol formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. And Holst, his first carry, he's got a hole, skirts through 1 tackler, gets up to about the 40. And gain of about 3, maybe 4. We'll call it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Huron. So Huron running the ball here to start off this game. 2nd and 6 from the Pierre 40-yard line. We're just a minute and a half into the game, getting things started. 2 receivers to the left, 1 right, and we show pistol on 2nd and 6. 2 left, 1 right. And Porish looking to pass, swing it out to the near side. Juergens, 40, 35, and still on his feet. I think he got another 1st down. Little chest bumping there between the 2 teams. Just go back to your huddles and continue to play. Juergens running the ball hard, and he gets the ball down to the 31. That's a gain of 9 and a 2nd 1st down for Huron. On this opening drive of the game, it'll be 1st and 10 from the Pierre 31-yard line. Porish in the shotgun with Holst right by his side on the 1st and 10. And rolled to the right. He's looking to pass. He's under some pressure, still rolling. And now we'll just throw it away as there's nobody open. Good pressure coming up the middle that time by Pierre. I believe it was, I did not see who that was for sure. In any case, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down at 10 as Porish throws it away. I think the pressure was created that time by Max Bogenhagen for Pierre. 2nd and 10. From the Governor 31-yard line, Huron on the opening possession of the game. 2 receivers left, 2 right, and the pistol with Hulse behind Porish. Anderson raises his hands in the air to give a signal to the receivers. He's looking to pass again, straight drop. Going to throw long to the corner. In traffic, it's bobbled and incomplete. Intended for Riley Winiger. That went into a crowd. Broken up by Sonnenschein. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Huron from the 31-yard line. Just over 2 minutes gone in the game. This is the opening possession. Huron a couple of 1st downs, but now faced with a 3rd and 10 after 2 straight incomplete passes. Huron stays in the pistol with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Got a wing to the right as well. Porish makes a line call. On the wait, straight drop again. He's looking to that inside, the pass complete to Winner. Nope, blocked away at the last second. Pass came a little high. Winiger went up and got it, but it was knocked out of his hands nicely. Aiden Bame with a nice defensive play there as Riley had it in his hands, but then knocked away by the defender. 4th down, and might as well go for it here. Probably a little too, but he's going to go for it here on 4th and 10. No surprise. So it would be about a 47-yard field goal into a bit of a wind. So 4th and 10, 3 straight incomplete passes for Huron. 4th and 10. Empty backfield for Portage with 2 receivers left. 2 right and a wing to the right. Straight drop for Portage. He's got time, going to throw again over the middle. Pass complete to Carter Portage down to the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for Huron. Just ran that seam route and right in the breadbasket. It'll be 1st and goal for Huron from the 7-yard line. Gain of 24 on the play. And the Huron Tigers have a 1st and goal at the Pierre 7-yard line. 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Portage looking off at the sideline here, and now they're doing switching tight end from right to left. In the shotgun, and Portage just going to keep it. Anderson tries to dart it out, and he's in a lot of trouble. Now he's just going to throw it away. Boy, I'm surprised there's not a flag for lineman downfield there, because that was a designed run, but Pierre had it covered, and then Anderson just threw it away. Okay. I imagine this is going to be a lineman downfield because the lineman thought it was a run. Yep, pretty easy call for the official there. First penalty of the game. 5-yarder, and now Huron's 1st and goal back at the 12-yard line. As we're inside of 9 minutes to go in the first quarter, Huron threatening, but now a penalty sets them back. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12. 2 receivers left and 2 right. Carter Portage is on a wing there on the left. Empty backfield for Anderson Portage. And there comes a whistle and a timeout. Huron. Something not right on the formation, and Huron burns an early timeout. We're in the first quarter. Huron's got a 1st and goal. We'll take a timeout here of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
I'm Jeff Duffy along with Dave Corcoran. Timeout Huron on this early first drive. I think that was more just somebody wasn't in the right spot or didn't have the formation they wanted. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12 for Huron on this opening drive of the game. 8:35 to go, first quarter. So Huron down a timeout. Receiver left, receiver right. We have a wing left. And shotgun for Anderson Portage on 1st and goal now from the 12. Here's motion. Winiger comes in to a wing. And roll out to the right. Portage looking. He'll throw over the middle, incomplete. Well covered in the defensive backfield by the Governors. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 12. Portage is now 2 of 7 passing here on this drive. Couple of those just been throwaways. I think that was, even though it didn't go out of bounds, it looked like it was a throwaway anyway. 2nd and goal from the 12 for Huron, trying to get the opening score of the game. Pistol formation with Hulse behind Portage. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Anderson will hand it off. Hulse up the middle, and we have a whistle. Pre-snap again, and boy, this is something just got to be cleaned up, presuming it's on Huron. And it is. Procedure on Huron, 2nd penalty, 10 yards. And now we're 2nd and goal and back at the 17-yard line.
Going the wrong way here.
Going the wrong way is correct. Now, that first penalty really, in a way, that did save a down if Anderson doesn't throw it and just gets dropped for a 5-yard loss and a second down with no penalty, and you're still in about the same spot. But there, boy, those pre-snap penalties, just got to take care of those. High snap, Porey's going to swing it out to Juergens. He's got a one-on-one out there, breaks one tackle, and he'll get back to about the original line of scrimmage and set up a 3rd and goal for Huron. Just a swing pass to Juergens, and Mason made the first guy miss. That's a gain of 10, and it'll be 3rd and goal. Huron Tigers, 3rd and goal from the 7. Inside of 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Huron trying to get points here on the opening drive of the game. Shotgun for Porey with Hulst right beside him. Motion, that's Juergens. Roll to the right. Porey under pressure, throws it out there. It's complete to Juergens. Touchdown!
There you go.
Juergens shifted. He got out in the flat. He was open. Touchdown, 7 yards. Mason Juergens. And Huron up 6-0 with the extra point pending. That's the way to start off, and you overcame a few miscues there with the penalties and such. Huron scores at 4 minutes, 19 seconds on the possession. And in to kick the extra point is Mr. Min. Juergens is the holder as well. Snap is up, the kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Huron, 7:41 to go. First quarter, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Nice drive by the Huron Tigers. Again, 4 minutes, 19 seconds, and Porey was 4 of 9 passing with 3 of the 4 completions to Mason Juergens, including the touchdown pass. Now Pierre set to receive the kick from Mr. Min. Back deep to receive the kick, Porter Hunsley. Somebody else back there too, but I can't see the number for sure. Might be Jaron Deal. As Min will kick the ball off. There's the kick, high end over end, will be fielded at about the 11-yard line up the middle of the field and breaking out to about the 32-yard line. And that's where Pierre will get their first offensive snap of the game. A tackle on special teams made by Tice Huber of the Huron Tigers. And Pierre will come out 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line, their own 33, and they're right at the line. We're going to see pretty much the same thing we saw from Yankton last week. I'm not sure Pierre's going to huddle much, if at all. Lounsbury is the quarterback. He's got the pistol with Ducheneau right behind him, and 3 receivers left, 1 right on the 1st and 10, and they're going to throw the bubble screen to the far side of the field, kick out block, and close to a first down. Carter Scheffelbein. Of course, he had Terwilliger leading the blocking out there. And looks like they're short of the first down by a couple of yards, gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Governors. And again, Pierre right up on the line for the 2nd and short. And they'll stay in the pistol on 2nd down and 2 from the 41-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and again the pistol for Lounsbury. Lounsbury will hand it off. Ducheneau coming off right, has a big hole. He's got the first down. Stiff arm gets him a couple more yards, and finally tackled after getting the first down is Jeremy Hofer in on the stop along with Charlie Martin for the Tigers. And the first down of the game for Pierre up to the 47-yard line, gain of 6 for Kea Ducheneau. First and 10 Pierre. They're quickly up to their own 47-yard line. In no huddle. In the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And a wing to the left. Lounsbury will hand it off again. Ducheneau gets through the first guy. He'll get a couple of yards. Then he's held back at about the 49-yard line. And on the bottom of that was Holst on the stop, and Caudell helped out as well. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 near midfield for the Governors. We're midway through the first quarter. Huron up 7-0. Pierre has the ball for the first time. Wing left. They stay in the pistol with 2 receivers to the left. Now everybody looking over at the signals from the sideline. And here's the bubble screen again to Scheffelbein. He gets another screen. He's got the first down, tackled by Winiger. That play has worked twice. Just a quick flip out there. And I guess they are short of the first down. I take that back. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Pierre. Gain of 7 on that play. 3rd and 1, and Pierre now on the Huron side of the 50. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the Huron 44-yard line. 2 receivers right, and Terwilliger's on a wing. 1 receiver left. They stay in the pistol on 3rd and 1. Lounsbury gets the snap, and there's flags come out. That gets whistled dead. I thought there was movement. It is. 5-yard penalty on Pierre. There's a break for Huron. You need to use it as 3rd and 1 turns into 3rd and 6. Back to the Huron 49-yard line. So a break for the Tiger defense. They need to have this pay dividends now on 3rd and longer from the 49-yard line. Pierre has 4 receivers flocked over to the right. An empty backfield for Lounsbury on 3rd and 6. Terwilliger's to the left, however. And Lounsbury will pass. He'll throw short. The pass complete to Scheffelbein. Nice move, and he'll get the first down. He was a couple yards short, then made a nice move to the inside of the field and got the necessary yardage. Oakley Anderson, Cooper Bischoff on the stop for Huron. That's 3 catches now for Carter Scheffelbein as he gets it to the 41, gain of 8. Second first down this possession for Pierre. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the Huron 41-yard line. Nearing 4 minutes to go in what's been a very quick first quarter. First and 10 Pierre from the 41. Lounsbury will just keep it in an empty backfield. Straight up the middle, powers his way forward for 3 or 4 yards. Charlie Martin on the stop. No, it was Caudell on the stop, excuse me. Charlie Martin had a hand in on it as well. We'll give Lounsbury a gain of 4 and 2nd and 6 for the Governors at the Huron 37-yard line. Pistol formation again for the Governors. And handoff, and up the middle again is Ducheneau, and he'll get some good yardage, I think just short of the first down. Oakley Anderson on the bottom of that tackle. Holst had a hand in it as well. It'll be 3rd and 2 after a gain of 4 on the play for Pierre. 3rd down and 2 for the Governors from the Huron 33-yard line. Back to the pistol formation with Lounsbury barking the signals. Ducheneau right behind him. They have a wing left. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And the pitch to Ducheneau this time. Cuts the middle, has the first down. Puts the shoulder down. He'll be tackled by Jeremy Hofer, but not before another first down as Pierre kind of pounded that one out down to the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 for Ducheneau. 3rd first down this possession for the Governors, and they have it 1st and 10 from the Huron 25-yard line. They've taken over 5 minutes off the clock here on this possession. Huron leading 7-0. Play action, roll out, pass complete to Terwilliger, and he's tackled right where he stands by Oakley Anderson. Short gain on the play. About 2, it'll be 2nd and 8. Ball down to the 23-yard line. Pierre taking a look at the sideline. They go with 4 receivers left, 1 right, empty backfield for Lounsbury. On 2nd and 8, here's the bubble screen again to that far side. Pass complete, 1st down. Different receiver this time. Lincoln Dilgus made the catch. And that should be enough for another 1st down. It is 4th 1st down of this drive for the Governors, as they have the ball down to the 13-yard line, so that's a gain of 10. Lounsbury is 5 for 5 passing here in this drive. Now they have 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Minute 13 to go in the first quarter. 4 receivers right, 1 left, empty backfield again for Lounsbury. As he takes the snap, he's going straight up the middle. He's got a little crease, then tripped up. Ball's out. Huron says they have it. Fumble on the play. I haven't seen a signal yet. They're going to say that Lounsbury was down. Maybe a break for Pierre. I didn't see it come out to know. Gordon Caudell comes off with a limp, and, well, we're a little short on the line anyway. Gain of 4 on the play. Huron thought they had a turnover.
Looks like we've got a powwow.
Well, we do have a huddle with the officials. I mean, Huron right away. Well, Huron definitely covered it. It's just a matter, was Lounsbury down or not? Now they have changed it. It is Huron ball. So a turnover, a long drive, comes up empty for Pierre. Fumble gives the ball to the Huron Tigers with 46 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Huron leading 7-0. Pierre holds the ball for 6 minutes and 55 seconds and comes up empty on the turnover. 1st and 10 Huron from their own 9-yard line. So there you got a break, but now you got to get out of the field position. 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line for Huron. Porish talks to his back. And here's the little flare pass. There's Juergens again. This time he gets caught right at the 10, gets a gain of 1 or 2. Well played by a number of Pierre tacklers. I think the first guy in there was Logan Whitty. 4th catch of the game for Juergens, although just gets a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 10-yard line. I don't think Huron has to. Yep, Huron does not need to run a play if they choose not to, and I think that's what's going to happen here, as they can let the clock run out. We get to the end of the first quarter. Huron 7, Pierre 0. We'll take a timeout. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Sunbird Sports in downtown Huron at Center Plaza, or online at sunbirdsports.com. Or call Stephanie at Sunbird Sports at 605-554-0248. Screen printing, embroidery, custom apparel, awards, banners, and sporting goods. Sunbird Sports, 289 Dakota Avenue South, Center Plaza in Huron.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, ladies' jackets, even sports, of course. Outside, over, graphic set front. Sports, of course. Out front with the Tigers, TV Sports, downtown Huron.
You're listening to Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Ready to start the second quarter. Scoreboard update from 7 Suns Heating and Air of Huron. Sturgis in the first quarter leads Douglas 14-0. Late in the first quarter, T Area 7, Aberdeen 0. That's your scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air. Huron has a 2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line, probably closer to the 10. And handoff straight ahead. It's Hulst. He has a crease past the 15, then driven back there. Will set up a 3rd and fairly short for Huron. And 3rd and about 3, it looks like, for Huron after a gain of 6 for Landon Hulst. So big play here for both teams. Pierre, of course, wants to get Huron stopped and then get some decent field position. Oakley Anderson checks into the backfield for Huron. Again, it's about 3rd and 3 from the 17-yard line. High snap and missed the handoff, and Porish will get what he can. He's going to be close, but it looks like short of the first down. It was a bit of a high snap, and they just plain looked like missed the exchange, and then Porish got what he could. Got 2, needed 3. It's going to be 4th and 1, and the punt unit will come in for Huron. The Tigers looking at a 3 and out. Anderson Porish will try to kick the Tigers out of this field position. Porish averaged about 45 yards a punt against Yankton last week. Pierre has 2 receivers back, and do we have a flag? No, we have a timeout. Pierre had too many guys on the field, and Pierre had a guy running off, and they blew the whistle, and Huron thought it was going to be a penalty, but it was just Pierre taking a timeout because they had an extra guy on the field. Timeout Pierre will be 4th and 1 for Huron. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Timberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for made-to-order furniture. Timberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Timberland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of local neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, only truly local service. Turn to Timberland Furniture of Huron.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Pierre timeout. They had too many guys on the field. It's 4th and 1, and Huron's coming out with the offense. 4th and 1 at their own 17-yard line. Now, are we actually going to run a play, or are we going to try and get Pierre to jump? A gamble here. 4th and 1 at your own 17-yard line, 18-yard line, and Huron looks like they're going to run a play. Well, maybe not. Porish is clapping his hands. Now he brings Juergens in motion. There's still 12 seconds left on the play clock, and Porish can see that. Yeah, we're just trying to draw Pierre off, and now Huron's going to take a timeout. In my eyes, I almost just take the 5 yards and not lose the timeout. In any case, tried to draw him off. Pierre was wise to it, so a timeout here on. We will get a punt coming up here. We'll take a break of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Dairy Queen of Huron, August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Well, 2 timeouts before we can get a 4th down off. Now it looks like Huron will definitely sit back and kick it. Scheffelbein is back deep to receive the kick from Porish. From the 17, Anderson will give it a boot. Nice high kick. That's going to drive Scheffelbein back. He'll catch it at the 31-yard line. Gets through the first wave. He's got the near sideline. Breaks by another guy and finally gets knocked out of bounds by Ty Kleinsasser. Still a return of about 19 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Pierre Governors. They're going to have some decent field position here with 10:26 to go in the first half. Huron 7, Pierre 0. So that was a 62-yard punt, if I have my arithmetic right. Pierre, though, with good field position at the Huron 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Under center for the first time is Lounsbury. He'll pitch it back to Ducheneau. Cuts back in the middle. And he'll get about 5-6 yards on the play. Winiger on the stop for the Huron Tigers. That'll be a gain of, we'll call it gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for Ducheneau. 2nd and 5 with Pierre at about the Huron 44-yard line. We're just underway in the second quarter, 2 minutes gone, in a much faster moving game than last week. Under center again, here's the pitch to Ducheneau again. Missed tackle behind the line and spin move. He's going to get the first down. Juergens had a chance to get him behind the line, couldn't get there. Nice spin move by Ducheneau. Finally, Oakley Anderson, Charlie Martin got there defensively. And a first down for Pierre. That is their 4th first down here in the first half. After a gain of 7 yards for Ducheneau. 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Pierre Governors. I think at this point last week, we were probably 4 minutes into the game. Huron starting to crowd the line and power football. Ducheneau, a big hole. He's inside the 30 down to the 29. That's a gain of 8 on the play. Riley Winiger on the stop again for Huron, but 8 yards downfield. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Pierre as they're going to a little more of a power look here with under center snaps. And Ducheneau again up the middle. He'll skip forward and very close to the first down. Huron did seal the gap there fairly quickly. Whole mess of Tigers in there. You know, Oakley Anderson was in on that. I think Bischoff might have been too. It is enough, though, for the first down. 1st and 10 for Pierre as they'll have the ball on the Huron 26-yard line. Huron leading 7-0, and this is just Pierre's 2nd possession of the game. They held the ball nearly 7 minutes in the first quarter, but then fumbled inside their 10-yard line. Pistol formation, play action, roll it out, pass is short, and bobbled and incomplete to Terwilliger. Terwilliger was trying to twist his body. He kind of bobbled it, and then Hulst gave him a pop. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. First incompletion of the game for Caleb Lounsbury of Pierre. Now they go back to the formations they were running their first series. 4 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield for Lounsbury in the shotgun. Here had a little jump on the line, but no flag comes out. Lounsbury making some hand signals to the 4 receiver side of the formation. Here comes some motion, and they'll flip it to the motion man. And that's going to be close to the first down as Jaron Deal gets his first carry of the game. And gain of not, or do we have a flag on the play? It looks like we have a flag on the play.
I'm not seeing it.
Now, there's definitely something. Face mask on Huron, so it'll be a 9-yard gain for Deal, and then add on the penalty, and it's going to be a first down for Pierre. I think it was a 5-yard inadvertent variety. So it is 1st and 10 for Pierre at the Huron 12-yard line. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Lounsbury in an empty backfield as Pierre again threatening. Inside of 8 minutes to go in the first half. Here comes motion. Again, that's Deal, and now we have a flag as the ball was being snapped, and this will go against Pierre. Their second penalty for 10 yards. False start on Pierre. This white hat doesn't give the number like last week's white hat was. So now 1st and 15 back at the 17 for the Governors. 7:44 to go in what's been a very quick pace first half. Huron leading Pierre 7-0. Pierre now goes pistol with Ducheneau behind Lounsbury on 1st and 15. Here's Lounsbury again, big hole. Now gets tripped up nicely. That was either Kleinsasser or Anderson that got a hand on him when it looked like he was going to get some yardage. Ends up being a 4-yard gain for Duchesneau. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 13-yard line for Pierre. Again, threatening. They coughed the ball up last time they're in this position. Pistol formation on 2nd and 11. 2 receivers left, 1 right for Lounsbury. Play action, roll to the right, looking. He's under some pressure, gets caught from behind as Bischoff came in on a blitz, and Cooper gets him from behind, got some help too, as Ty Kleinsasser was there. It is a gain of a yard, so not a sack. Lounsbury gets a yard off it. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 12 or 13-yard line. Looks like 12-yard line for Pierre. Governors have a huge time of possession advantage in this game. But again, this first half has just flown by so far. Trips left, 1 receiver right, empty backfield. Lounsbury to pass, has plenty of time. Throws out the back of the end zone. Pressure came late from Charlie Martin. And Lounsbury, I think, just throwing the ball away. 4th down. And Pierre will, they're changing personnel, so it looks like they will attempt a field goal. This will be about 29 yards on the field goal attempt for Pierre. I believe it is Logan Whitty that is the kicker for Pierre from the right hash. So he does have to hook it back a bit. 29-yard field goal attempt. Snap is there. The kick is high enough, long enough, but no good.
Nice hook, really good.
No good, and Pierre has been inside the 15 twice with nothing to show for it. 6:07 to go in the first half. Huron continues to lead 7-0, and they'll get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Pierre 4 minutes, 19 seconds on that possession. So Huron up 7-0, had a nice drive to open the game. Score came on a 7-yard pass from Anderson Porish to Mason Juergens. Now you're on 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. You're on the nice start on offense, but just hasn't had their hands on the ball a lot. Here's the pitch to Hulse coming to the right, turns the corner and gets...
there comes the flag out.
He gets kind of horse-collared there perhaps. Got about 6 yards, and the flag came out as it was kind of a chokehold there by the Pierre tackler. Sees that if that is indeed what the penalty is.
Well, he come down real quick and turned back. So
holding on Huron.
I think he.
Well, horse collar, you gotta grab him from behind, and that looked more like a headlock in wrestling, which isn't necessarily a horse collar. So about a 6-yard run instead becomes a loss of 10 yards, but I guess from the spot of the foul, so officially Huron loses 3 yards on that. 4th penalty, though, 25 yards on Huron is going to be 1st and 13 back at the 17-yard line for the Huron Tigers. A trips bunch formation to the left, 1 receiver right. On 1st and 13, Porish going to roll to the left, looking to throw. He's got some room to run. He will throw deep for Juergens, in and out of his hands. Was well defended, but it looks like the pass was on target. But incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Looked like Anderson might have had a chance to run that ball, too.
I think he had enough daylight over there.
Where he could have got some good yardage, but he took the shot. His boy were really going to Mason Juergens in the passing game tonight. 2nd and 13 from the 17 for Huron. Clock stops on the incomplete with 5:55 to go in the first half. Huron 7, Pierre 0. Back to the pistol with 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Huron Tigers. And Porish, straight drop, now rolls to the left. He's trying to shake loose, and he'll throw a short pass complete to Juergens. Past the 25, and he's very close to the first down. Pierre's defense had to respect the possibility that Porish would run the ball, and so they kind of cheated up And it is a first down, a gain of 14 to Juergens. 4th first down of the game for Huron. And they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line inside of 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Huron up 7-0. Now we're in the shotgun with the back right beside Porish. And the handoff, going to bounce it out. That is Hulst trying to turn the corner. Well played out there. And Hulst will get a few yards, but that was well played, I thought, by Aiden Bang of Pierre. He fought off the blocker. Still a gain of about 3 on the play for Hulst. It'll be 2nd and 7 with the ball at the 35. Actually, a gain of 4 on the play for Landon. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the 35-yard lines. Hulst was pushed out of bounds, so clock stopped with 5:12 to go in the first half. Now a tight formation, a bunch formation, tight to the right, one receiver left on 2nd down. Here's Hulst again up the middle, breaks into the secondary, 40, 45, 50, and a first down for Huron. Little misdirection by Huron, and Hulst will get 17 yards. First down Huron, and they're at the Pierre 48-yard line. Nifty little play there by the Tigers. Little misdirection. And boy, he got up that left seam, and he had a lot of room to run.
Well, I don't think he got touched. He's like 10 or 11 yards in.
1st and 10 Huron, now at the Pierre 48-yard line. 4:45 to go in the first half. Wing right, pistol formation, high snap. Straight ahead is Oakley Anderson. Nothing there, fumble on the play. And it looks like Huron did get on top of it. Anderson took a pop from Samuel Larson, the linebacker, and fortunate for Huron that one of the linemen didn't see who was able to pop on it. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. Huron Tigers. 4:13 to go here in the first half. And Hulst back in the backfield. Pistol formation with Porish in front of him. On the 2nd down play, Hulst up the middle, little hesitation. He loses the ball, and I think he got it back. Boy, 2 plays in a row where Huron puts it on the ground, and Hulst very fortunate that that ball came back to him. He does lose a yard on the play. And once again, it was Samuel Larson making that play for Pierre. Now Huron faced with a 3rd and 11 from the Pierre 49-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Huron goes 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Pistol formation on 3rd and long for Anderson Porish. Porish straight drop, looks, rolls to the left, still looking. He'll throw in the middle of the field. It's complete to Winiger. First down inside the 35-yard line. He rolled out to give himself a little extra time. Winiger found an open spot. And first down Huron to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 15. And a 1st and 10 Huron from the Pierre 34-yard line. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half. Huron slot right, 1 receiver left. Stay in the pistol on 1st and 10. Straight up the middle. No, Porish going to keep it. The ball on the ground again. And I think Porish did get back on top of it. That's the 3rd time Huron has put the ball on the turf on this drive. And that looked like just was, I'm not sure if Porish was trying to pull it out or if Hulst thought he was supposed to get it.
We're flirting with death on the 3 times on the ground. You can't keep doing that, guys.
Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12. But hey, you know, a turnover by Pierre is one of the biggest difference in this first half. And Huron's been fortunate, but you don't want to live on the edge like that. 2nd and 12, Huron from the 36, trips right. Porish looking at and there comes Porish, straight drop. He's going to throw deep to the right side. There's Juergens again, comes back to it. Oh, had it go through his hands. Juergens came back to the ball. The defensive back went right by him. Oh, Mason's really sick with himself there.
We had what we wanted. It was there.
It was there, and Mason had a wide open shot at it. It's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 36-yard line. Well, bounce back. You had a chance. You still got another here. Minute 51 to go in the first half. Huron up 7-0. Chase Schuhart in at receiver. He's wide to the left. We have 2 receivers left, 2 right, and still in the pistol on 3rd and 12 from the 36-yard line. Straight drop for Porish. Has time. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Threw it a little high for Carter Porish. 4th down, and what's Huron do here? And
don't you just go for it?
Do you punt at the 34?
We got to have to angle it if you do that.
Yeah, well, the offense is staying on the field. But, of course, Porridge, he could also do the little quick kick here, too, perhaps. That would be in play as well, I would presume. So 4th and 12 Huron from the Pierre 36-yard line. It is the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Straight drop, and we are going for it. Porish looks. He's got time. He's going to run for it. Now he stops again. Will throw deep to the back of the end zone. Tip drill. Incomplete. Oh, we had a shot at it. And, yeah, throw it to the end zone and see what happens. Incomplete, and Pierre will take over on downs. With a minute 37 to go in the first half, Huron leading 7-0. Well, Huron had their shots there, but it'll be 1st and 10 Pierre from their own 37-yard line. They have 2 timeouts to work with. 1st and 10 for the Governors. Key here for the Tiger defense. 2 receivers left, wing to the right, 1 receiver right, pistol on the 1st and 10, and they'll hand it off to Ducheneau. Hit in the backfield and drop for a loss. Charlie Martin hopped the gap and makes the tackle. That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13, Pierre, and they're right back to the line. 2nd and 13 at their own 34-yard line. Still in the pistol. Lounsbury looks right. He'll throw short. The pass is complete. Scheffelbein over there, and he'll drag a tackler forward for the 1st down up to the 49-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play, and Pierre has their 7th first down of the first half. Pierre right to the line with the clock rolling inside of a minute to go in the first half. Pistol formation, and Lounsbury looking to pass all day to throw. Now he'll roll to the left in some traffic, and he'll throw it on a bounce to Scheffelbein. Huron had, that might have just been a 2-man rush, dropping everybody back. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Pierre at their own 49-yard line. Clock stops on the incomplete with 47 seconds to go in the first half. See how many Huron rushes here. They might have only went 2 that time. Pistol here on 2nd and 10. Lounsbury to pass. He'll throw short, and the pass incomplete. Kind of led Dilgus a little too far. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 49. Huron did come with 3, but almost looked like those linemen were thinking there might be a screen or something coming there. They were just holding their ground up the middle. 43 seconds remaining here in the first half. 3rd and 10 for Pierre at their own 49-yard line. Pistol with 2 receivers left, 1 right. And handoff straight up the middle. Ducheneau, he's got a hole, and he's got the first down. The flag comes in at the end of the play, so let's check that out. Ducheneau looks like he's got enough for the first down, but Pierre is walking back the other direction, and a break for Huron here, potentially. It is a hold on Pierre, their 3rd penalty for 20 yards, and that is a huge penalty against Pierre, as they had, it looked like a first down. Now they're going to be set with 3rd and 20, I believe. Yep, they're going to mark it at the 39. Pierre's got 3rd and 20 at their own 39-yard line with 37 seconds to go here in the first half. So I believe that would have been a first down for Duchesneau. Instead, Pierre now faced with a 3rd and 20. Got to get some pressure on the quarterback here. I mean, the Tiger defense has done the job here thus far, but huge play here. They stay in the pistol, wing right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. On 3rd and 20, here comes a blitz, and they'll just wing it out to the near side. Dilgus, and he's going to be dropped where he stands by Gunnar Harris. Big play by Gunnar Harris, maybe a yard on the play. And Pierre will need to punt the ball here. Did we have a timeout, Huron? It's going to be 4th and 19 from the 40. And did we get a timeout, or what are we doing here? Timeout on the field. As Huron will get the ball back late first half. Huron 7, Pierre 0. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
For their full potential, does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
4th and 19 for Pierre. Huron just used a timeout. Now, if I'm reading that right, it looks like it's Lounsbury is the punter. I can't tell if it's 5 or 6 with the script. And while Lounsbury is listed as the punter, so Schultz and Holst are back deep to receive the kick. Got to make sure that Lounsbury does boot it, however. Snap is there, and he will kick. Spiraling kick, and Holst will take it at the 20-yard line. Makes the first guy miss, but then met up with a second guy, and he'll be dropped at about the 22-yard line with 10 seconds to go in the first half. At this point, you would presume they'll take a knee and go in at halftime with close to 80 yards to go and 1 timeout. He got the lead with Pierre. Now remember, Pierre will have the ball to start the second half. And presumably we're just going to take a knee and call it a half, and that's what happens. Knee for Porish, and Pierre's going to let the clock run out. We're at halftime. Huron 7, Pierre 0. Timeout 2 minutes, and we return here to Tiger Stadium. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Huron Regional Medical Center, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
1919 root beer is brewed in 4 batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
Nordy Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for playing fitness. Challenge yourself to get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. Nordy Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle, gym classes, and more. Your fitness classes are led by Nordy Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordy Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut out hundreds of cuffs, play hours of Peep Boo and Duck Duck Goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'll do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. 1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's that time. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Halftime at Tiger Stadium. Huron Tigers 7, Pierre 0. Huron scored on their opening possession of the game. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Anderson Porish to Mason Juergens. Then we're able to keep Pierre off the board. Pierre fumbled inside the 10-yard line and missed a field goal. And that keeps Huron with the lead here at 7-0. We'll get to the stats here coming up. First up, let's do a scoreboard update. Scoreboard updates brought to you by Seven Suns Heating and Air in Huron. Phone 605-352-5316. They're located at 111 Dakota Avenue North. 11 AA scores. Sturgis late in the first half leads Douglas 21-0. Late in the first half, T-Area 7, Aberdeen 0. Rapid City Central early second quarter leads Spearfish 6-0. And Yankton leads Watertown late in the first half, 17-7. There's only one AAA game tonight, and that's the Rapid City Central Spearfish game. Everybody else is playing tomorrow, including a triple header at Howard Wood. Then Brandon Valley holding their kickoff thing as well. Some area scores. Final in Class 9B, Sunshine Bible 52, Colombe 0. Our game over on KOKK, Hitchcock Tulare leading Northwestern 22-6 late in the first half. Late in the first half, Iroquois Lake Preston leads Canastota 12-8. In 9A, see if there's any area games there. Castlewood leads Woolsey Wessington 22-0. They're late in the first half. And in 11B, Mobridge leads Miller Highmore Herald 38-0 late in the first half. And I believe Woonsocket Wessington Springs Sanborn Central is off this week. So those are the stats here, or the scores here at the half. Again, our scoreboard update is brought to you by Seven Suns Heating and Cooling, 605-352-5316. Here at 7-0 in favor of Huron. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes and give you the rundown of the stats and scoring. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Experience Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lion Taylor can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2, and closed on Sunday. Lion Taylor Restaurant in East Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that is unique if you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Adams Quick Lube is your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes who's ever feel. No appointment needed. See them at 1159 Dakota Avenue North with Adam McCall, 352-9655. Adams Quick Lube is also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Locally owned and open at 8 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams Quick Lube. 1159 Dakota Avenue North, Adams Quick Lube is a proud sponsor of Tiger Sports. Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from the realistic menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's today. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925. 9925.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Back at Tiger Stadium, I'm Jeff Duffy along with Dave Corcoran at the half. Huron leads Pierre 7-0. Huron scored on the opening possession of the game, took the kickoff, had a nice return from Hulst, kind of forgot about that, started their 42, converted on a 4th down and ended up scoring on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Anderson Porish to Mason Juergens. And Mr. Min kicked the extra point. It was 7-0, and then that's where we stayed. Pierre, on their first possession, held the ball nearly 7 minutes, but fumbled inside the 10-yard line. Huron went 3 and out. Pierre got decent field position and got it down inside the 15 before a penalty kind of blew that up. Then they missed a 29-yard field goal. Then Huron had a chance to score. They got inside the 35 late in the first half, and a drop pass was really key to that as they could not connect on that. Did throw it into the end zone on 4th down from about the 37, but in any case, Huron still has the lead here at the half, 7-0. Nothing flashy for statistics either way. Pierre with 112 total yards. Kay Aduchino, 10 carries for 44 yards. Caleb Lounsbury, 3 carries for 9 yards. Jaron Deal, 1 carry for 9 yards. Lounsbury was efficient, but mainly short passes, 7 of 11 passing for 50 yards. For the Huron Tigers, 49 yards rushing, 81 through the air, 130 yards total. Landon Hulst carried the ball 5 times for 30 yards. Anderson Porish, 4 carries for 19. Oakley Anderson, 1 carry for no yards. Throwing the ball in the first half, Anderson Porish, 7 of 16 for 81 yards. And just counting back, Mason Juergens had 5 of the 7 catches in the first half for the Tigers. Huron was 6 first downs in the first half, 7 for Pierre. That time of possession actually got a little closer than what I thought. Huron, that possession they had towards the end of the second quarter where they didn't score, they did hold the ball for a while. Pierre, though, does have the time of possession advantage, 12 minutes, 41 seconds to 11:19 for Huron. Looking at the defensive stats for Pierre, Samuel Larson with 3 tackles, and he made a couple of key plays there on that drive where Huron got it down the field but didn't score. Tucker Oddie, Sutton Sonnenschein, William Eilers, and Lathan Rowdy had 2 tackles apiece for Pierre. For Huron, no surprise, Oakley Anderson, 5 tackles, 2 assists. Riley Winiger was in on 4 tackles, 3 tackles, 2 assists. Cooper Bischoff, Charlie Martin, 3 tackles, an assist. Landon Hulst, 2 tackles, and an assist. 1 tackle, 2 assists. Ty Kleinsasser. So swarming to the ball, and a lot of guys got in on the defensive act in the first half. And Corky, again, I was a little surprised. And, doing that time of the possessions, kind of backwards arithmetic, but I thought it'd be a bigger advantage up here, about a minute and a half, and we can deal with that, especially when you factor in they had a almost 7-minute drive, which meant the rest of the half they only had the ball a little over 5 minutes.
Well, that's the thing. If you let them, if they can just do that, go down and you shut them off, that's okay. As long as you just don't let them go down there and punch it in, we're doing great. So you got to be happy with the way that first half turned out. We did a lot of great things in there and just had a very minute portion of penalties, which you got to love, and we're staying right where we need to stay.
And had a little luck on our side, too, with 3 fumbles that we lost that we were able to cover. And, of course, Pierre had their fumble inside the 10 that Huron recovered. And, that's one of the major differences here, too.
Well, you take that's a possession. They lost it. Here they were driving, and knowing Pierre, you'd say, okay, they probably would have scored on that. But then we get it back and we do something with it, don't let them score. And thinking back, I just can't remember when we've held Pierre scoreless for a half. That's a feat.
When anybody has held Pierre scoreless for a half.
Offensive juggernaut they've been for years.
And you got to remember, too, and I don't know how much this goes into it at the end of the day, but Pierre was not able to run their offense last week. So in some ways, this is kind of their first game offensively, because with the, they had 3/4 of an inch come down on their grass field in a very short time. They had an over 2-hour delay, and they just couldn't run the things they like to do. Neither could Aberdeen, for that matter. And again, I don't know how much that goes into it, but I figure it factors in a little at least, because Pierre's kind of running their offense for the first time tonight.
Well, exactly, and it has to enter there a little bit. I mean, now you can run that offense when you're practicing during the week, not the same thing. You're doing it out here when it's live. Everything, it's not working here. You can make the adjustments, and Pierre's really good at. They can adjust on the fly. They do as best as anybody does. So you get to running that. Everybody's getting more comfortable with what they're doing. So we got a half in the books. We just need to stay focused and do our things and be mentally sharp, and don't give them any advantages. Just take care of the ball, take care of ourselves, and to see where it goes.
Halftime score, Huron 7, Pierre 0. Tigers are back on the field. Coach Steele still spending some time with his boys. So we're still about 5 minutes away from the start of the second half, as they'll put another 3 minutes up once the clock runs down. So Huron up 7-0. We'll take a timeout in 2 minutes. Return here on our halftime on Dakota Sports.
For the Huron Tigers, the doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant seed screening, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagebasin.com or call 353-2816. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Never FDR Equal Housing Lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and its Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports, KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium, getting set to go with our second half. 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM, FM in Huron. And so we're an hour and 7 minutes into the game. And last week, we're probably midway through the second quarter. Not complaining, because it's better this week.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic.
Now, we do have volleyball on the air tomorrow. Tiger girls, after having a week off, they travel up to Aberdeen to play the Golden Eagles. Afternoon tilt. They're going to shoot for a 2 o'clock start, 1:40 pre-match. It's kind of an ambitious schedule they're doing in AA volleyball this year, where start the JV, and then an hour later start the sophomore, and then an hour after that start the varsity. And they probably aren't going to be able to stick to that schedule much, but they have the option where you wouldn't necessarily have to sit around for a half hour if the lower levels go quick. So we'll shoot for 2 o'clock, 1:40 pre-match, and that's up in Aberdeen tomorrow here on Tiger. Volleyball home Tuesday with the Watertown Arrows coming to town. Next Friday here on Tiger football goes on the road for the first time, T-Area, and that is an earlier kickoff, 6 o'clock. Thank you, T-Area Titans. 5:30 pregame next Friday here on Tiger. Then Saturday, volleyball back at the arena with top-ranked Harrisburg coming to town. So going to be a busy week next week, and we're 3 weeks away from homecoming. That's the bad thing about this schedule this year, as nice as it was last year. After tonight, 7 games left for Tiger football, 5 on the road.
And 2 West River.
So, yeah, that's kind of a tough one to take, but that's how they made the schedule out. They had to tweak it some. When this 2-year cycle of schedules first came out, Huron and Pierre was not the second week of the season. It was late in the season, but then there were some conflicts and nothing to do with Huron or Pierre, but conflicts in other parts of the schedule, and they had to reshuffle, and all of a sudden Pierre and Huron went from, I believe, Game 7 to Game 2, and that's how we ended up with 2 home games to start the season, in a season where we only have 4 home games.
Yeah, makes it tough. You want as many homes as you want, and so does everybody else, but it is what it is. You got to deal with it.
So Huron will kick off to start the second half, and not much wind. Looking at the flag there on the south end of the field, it's pretty much limp. So Pierre will receive the kickoff from Mr. Min. Scheffelbein is one of the receivers back for Pierre. Can't tell for sure who the guy on the far side, but I believe it's Jaron Deal. So ready to go with the second half. Huron 7, Pierre 0. Been a plucky effort by the Tigers, both sides of the ball, in particular the defense. And Min will kick the ball off. There's the kick, a short end over end, and that's going to be fielded at the 20 by Scheffelbein. Up the middle, tripped up at about the 35. Oakley Anderson on the special teams tackle. They tried to get some guys off on special teams, but I suppose coming out of the second half, like I saw Mason Juergens was on kickoff and Oakley Anderson, and maybe they're there all the time anyway. But they're rested there to start the second half. 1st and 10 for Pierre at their own 36-yard line. In the pistol, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's the flare pass, Scheffelbein on the near side. He'll go forward, lunge forward to the 45-yard line. Riley Winiger on the stop, but positive gain there. And that was a play that was successful for Pierre to start the game. A gain of 9, 2nd and 1 at the 45 as the Governors get a nice gain on 1st and 10 here to start the second half. Pierre stays with a slot right, slot left, more of a wing right, I guess. Pistol formation for Lounsbury on 2nd and short. Lounsbury will hand it off. Ducheneau goes off left, breaks a tackle, has the first down, then brought down by Cooper Bischoff after a gain of 3 or 4. Had a chance to get him right at the line, could not convert. And it is a first down for Pierre, 8th of the game, 1st of the second half. Gain of 4 on the play, or 5, excuse me, for Ducheneau. And it is 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line for the Pierre Governors. Near midfield, 2 receivers right, 1 left, wing to the right, pistol formation. Straight ahead comes Ducheneau, big hole, and he's got a first down to the 40. Boy, he just had a convoy. He got his speed up, and he rolled down the field. Hulst on the stop, along with Jeremy Hofer, and Pierre up to the 40. Gain of 11 and a quick first down for the Governors. They're right back at the line in the pistol. 1st and 10 at the Huron 40-yard line, just underway in the second half. Ducheneau again bounces off, has a little lane, and still keeping his legs moving, and Huron just not getting him low, and he ends up getting about 6 yards, maybe 7. Huron looked like they had him about the 34, but he would not go down. On the bottom of that for Huron was Rayshawn Whiff, gain of 7, 2nd and 3 for Pierre. From the 33-yard line, they're just running the ball to Ducheneau. First down and more, cuts back. He gets tackled at about the 26, but another 7-yard gain as Ducheneau just getting some big chunks of yardage. Ty Kleinsasser with the stop for Huron, but another first down, 3 first downs already for Pierre, and we played just over 2 minutes here in the second half. Why not? Ducheneau up the middle, and again, he takes a big lick from Hulst, but he's still going to get 3 yards on it to about the 22. Hulse put a shoulder into him. A coach will take 3 yards on first down, though. Got to tighten things up, but you also got to know at some point Lounsbury's going to go play action and put the ball down the field. More like a 2nd and 6, so that was a gain of 4 on the play for Duchesneau as he's had a strong start here to the second half. Stay in the pistol. Now they'll throw the bubble screen to Scheffelbein again, and he's very close to the first down. He's tackled over there, Jeremy Hofer, along with Anderson. It's like he is short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Pierre from the 17-yard line. 2-down territory, I'm sure, here for Pierre if they don't get it here on 3rd, but why not give it to number 23? Duchesneau's been very effective running the ball. 3rd and 1 from the 17-yard line. Long count. Duchesneau up the middle. Big hole. First down. Goes off to the left inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, he's just ripping off big hunks of yardage here.
Riley Winiger, I believe, on the stop again for Pierre. As the ball at the 9-yard line. Gain of 7. 6th carry on this possession for Duchesneau. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for Pierre. Stay in the pistol. On the 1st and goal, Duchesneau going off right this time. Caught from behind. He still gets at least to the 5. As Hulst was coming around the corner. But still a gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 4 as Pierre has just ripped the ball right down the field. 7:47 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Pierre, a nice drive here. They have 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Duchesneau, off right tackle. Gets stood up at the line. He'll be stopped. Nice tackle. I believe that was Jeremy Hofer that got him around the knees and stopped it after a gain of about 1 or 2. It'll be 3rd and goal for Pierre at the 2-yard line. Give him a gain of 2. 3rd and goal from the 2 for Pierre. As they've held the ball nearly 5 minutes on this opening possession of the second half. Stay in the pistol as Duchesneau's been the workhorse on this possession. Long count. Lounsbury hands it off to Duchesneau. Darts in to the goal line. No call yet, and they're going to put him down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. Juergens was in on the stop. 4th and goal at the 1. You know Pierre's going to go for it here as they're right back at the line. 6:35 to go, 3rd quarter, 4th and 1. 4th and goal from the 1 for Pierre. Stay in the pistol. Lounsbury fakes, now goes behind the line and gets it. Oh, we almost got him. Oakley Anderson had a shot at him behind the line. Lounsbury juked him as he pulled it out, and Lounsbury scores at 7-6 with the extra point pending. Oh, so close. Oakley Anderson read it, and give Lounsbury credit. He pulled it out from Duchesneau and then had Oakley Anderson right there, but made the little spin move, and then he got in for the 1-yard run. Extra point, high snap, but they do get the kickoff, and the kick is good. We are tied at 7 with 6:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Sunbird Sports in downtown Huron at 7th Landlord. Online at sunbirdsports.com. Or call Stephanie at Sunbird Sports at 605-554-0248. Screen printing, embroidery, custom apparel, awards, banners, and sporting goods. Sunbird Sports, 289 Dakota Avenue South, 7th Plaza in Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at Tiger Stadium, a methodical drive mainly on the ground. They did throw the ball twice, Pierre did, but just that bubble screen. And that was a whole lot of Kea Duchesneau, 9 carries, 49 yards for Pierre on that drive. and he's near 100 yards for the game, so we're tied at 7 and nearly to the halfway point of the third quarter. Pierre will kick off with Juergens and Hulse back deep to receive for the Orange. Pierre kicking, I believe that's Logan Whitty. Line drive kick this time, and Hulst has it at the 8. Coming up the right hash to the 20. Breaks one tackle at the 25. Up to the 30 and up to the 33. Broke a couple of tackles. He could have been tackled inside the 20. Made a guy miss, and Huron will have it 1st and 10. Now can Huron's offense respond? They did move the ball a couple of possessions in the first half. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. We have a slot left, slot right. 1st and 10 as Huron has their first offensive snap in the second half. Porish, I believe that is Hulst behind him. Here comes motion. That's Juergens. High snap. Going to flare it out to Juergens again. And he'll break one tackle, break another to the 40 or near the 40-yard line. That was all Mason Juergens. We missed a block ahead of him, and Juergens just made a couple of guys miss. Juergens gets the ball up to the 40-yard line, so that's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2 for Huron from the 40-yard line. Both teams have used that play effectively in this game. Juergens for Huron and Scheffelbein for Pierre. 2nd and 2, pistol, and here's the pitch back to Hulst, makes a juke, cuts back to the middle, 1st down up to the 46. It was defended well initially by Pierre as Lincoln Schonard got out there, but then Hulst was able to go back towards the middle of the field, and he'll get the 1st down up to the 46-yard line. Gain of 8 on the play for Landon. 1st and 10 Huron from their own 46-yard line. We're tied at 7. 5:18 to go in the third quarter. Porish to pass, has time, rolls to the right, throws short, it's complete. Spinning, and we'll get up to about the 50. Trying to see who that receiver is. James Schultz Jr. gets his first catch of the night. That'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 Huron with the ball squarely on the 50-yard line. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're tied at 7, Huron and Pierre. Stay in the pistol here on 2nd and 6. No, not the pistol, shotgun now with Hulst standing besides Porish on the 2nd down play. Here comes motion, and Porish is going to keep it himself on a sweep, turns it up, and just a couple of yards well played by Pierre off that edge. And Schonard, boy, he played that about as well as he could because he had a lot of blockers coming after him, and he just fought them off. 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 4 for Huron from the Pierre 48-yard line. Huge play here for the Tiger offense, trying to get an answer to Pierre's touchdown. Slots left, slots right, wing to the right on 3rd and 6. And Porish going to keep it up the middle, head down, 1st down, it looks like. And that was a design play, and Porish just put his head down, went straight up the middle, following the middle of the line, and it is a 1st down for the Huron Tigers to the 43-yard line. Needed 6, got 7 on the play. 1st and 10 Huron from the 43-yard line of Pierre. 3.5 minutes to go. Third quarter clock just keeps running. Trips left, pistol. Porish to pass, straight drop. Looks, and he's going to throw near sideline, and the incomplete. He threw it short of Juergens. Juergens tried to come back to it, but it was too short. Schonard was there on the coverage. And it'll be 2nd and 10, and the clock stops on the incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line for Huron, and on the Pierre side of the 50. Clock stopped at 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Two receivers go right, one left. I guess we got two left there, and shotgun for Portage with Hulst right beside him. And Hulst will take it up the middle, squirts through there, past the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. It's going to set up a third down for Huron. Gain of 6 for Landon Hulst. 3rd and 4 for Huron from the 37-yard line. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. I just can't get over how fast that clock's moving tonight. 3rd and 4, pistol. Two receivers right, one left. And Portage will keep it, head down, and he's not going to get there. Only got a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be 4th and a long 2 from Huron, for Huron near the 35. Pierre was ready on for that one. Actually closer to the 36. It's going to be 4th down, and I'd call it about 2.5 for Huron. Huron will go for it here on 4th down. Huge play here for both teams. Obviously, Huron would like to keep the possession alive. And Pierre feels like they got momentum because they just scored. 4th and 3, we'll call it, for Huron. In motion, Juergens to the right. And rolling to the right. Portage in trouble, and he's going to go down. Never had a chance. That was snuffed out up the middle by Tucker Oddie. He did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's not a sack, but it might as well be as Pierre holds. And Pierre will get the ball with 1:56 to go in the third quarter, tied at 7. Huron had the ball 4 minutes, 27 seconds, that possession. So 1:56 to go in the third. Pierre a chance to get a lead here as they start at their own 36-yard line. Here's the flare pass. Scheffelbein gets a kick out. He's got that left sideline tripped up by Oakley Anderson, but another gain of 8. And boy, what we've seen here so far in the second half, Corky, we just haven't been able to get Pierre stuff for a short game. They've been able to get a lot of 9s, a lot of 6s, a lot of 4s. Their offense has been efficient here in the second half. 2nd and 2 from the 44-yard line. Two receivers right, one left. On the pistol formation. And Lounsbury, low snap, he gets it to Ducheneau. First down up into Huron territory, or right at the 50-yard line. Mason Juergens able to trip him up there along with Jeremy Hofer. But the ball up to the 50-yard line, and that's a gain of 6 for Ducheneau, and he's nearing 100 yards rushing. 1st and 10 Pierre, they're right at the 50-yard line, and we're already inside of a minute to go here in the third quarter. Pierre piecing a drive together here again after scoring to tie the game on their first possession. Huron's only had the one possession in the third quarter. Here comes a motion, that is Deal. He'll take the handoff on the jet sweep and gets hemmed in that time. That's the play I've been looking for defensively. Deal on the jet sweep, and he got stopped on that far side by Mason Juergens. Gain of 1, it'll be 2nd and 9. Pierre does not have to run a play if they don't want to, as we're at 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're not showing urgency, but they are in formation here with 7 seconds to go in the third. Looks like they will run a play, or they're trying to get it. Nope, they are going to run it. Ducheneau delay handoff, and the exchange just did not look right, and it was a little slow developing, and tackle made by Landon Hulst, among others, and we'll head to the fourth quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for Pierre when we come back to start the fourth quarter, tied at 7. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
With Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a personal line of apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, women's jackets, including sports, of course. About time, clothing, and vinyl, etc. In these sports, of course, on towards the Tigers. CD Sports, 910 Huron. 110 stores in 12 states. Timberland is the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for ready-to-wear furniture. Timberland is also the nation's largest retailer for Sears, Simmons, Jones & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Timberland Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is rated integrity of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, and truly local service, turn to Timberland Furniture of Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Start of the fourth quarter, huge play here. It's 3rd and 10, Pierre, right at the 50-yard line. They show pistol with 2 receivers right, 1 left, and Lounsbury ready for the snap. He's going to roll it to the right, looking. He's going to throw man wide open, complete shuffle bind. That'll be a first down for Pierre. They rolled everybody to the right, including the line, and Scheffelbein was wide open, and Pierre converts on 3rd and 10. It'll be first down at the 30. That was a 20-yard gain for Pierre. I believe that is the biggest gain for Pierre in tonight. So first play of the fourth quarter, huge there, and Pierre has it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and in the pistol for the 1st and 10. And here's the flip to Ducheneau, hit behind the line, brought down for a loss. There's Mason Juergens, first man in on the play. Charlie Martin came in to help finish it off. Going to be a loss on the play of 2 yards. 2nd down and 12. That was the 22nd carry for Kea Ducheneau. He's been a busy guy tonight. And again, he's right about at 100 yards. I can't quite do the mental arithmetic here right now, but he lost 2 on that play. 2nd and 12 from the 32-yard line. Lounsbury looks right, throws over the middle, pass deflected, incomplete. There that man is. Mason Juergens had a big night tonight. Knocked it away from Terwilliger. It'll be 3rd and 12 for Pierre. Closer to the 31, 3rd and 11 we'll call it at the 31. First incomplete pass of the second half for Caleb Lounsbury. So for Pierre, you don't need to get the whole thing here on one play. Early fourth quarter, we're tied at 7 and Pierre driving, but a 3rd and long from the Huron 31-yard line. Trips left, 1 receiver right, empty backfield for Lounsbury. And he's just going to take it straight up the middle, runs into his own guy, and he gets maybe a yard. He ran into his own guy initially, then he ran into Rayshawn Whiff, and there were plenty of other orange jerseys to get there. No gain, and it's going to be 4th and 11, and here's a key play. Pierre going to go for it. 4th and 11 from the 31-yard line. They have 4 receivers left, 1 right, empty backfield for Caleb Lounsbury. Lounsbury looking at the sideline, now gives some hand signals to the side with the 4 receivers. Tiger fans making a lot of noise. And straight drop, Lounsbury has plenty of time, flushed out. He's going to run it. He's got his head down. He gets hit right at the line. That's going to be very close. Boy, that was a collision at the 21-yard line. I did not see who that was on the collision. Might have been Jimmy Schultz Jr. Huron thinking that he did not make it. It is Huron ball. Oakley Anderson, that was a collision for the ages. He needed 11, he got 10. Huron takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line with 10:22 to go in the game.
When you hit that hard and you make them change direction, you've done your job.
1st and 10 Huron. We're tied at 7, early fourth quarter. Empty backfield for Anderson Porish. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Porish throws over the middle, complete to Carter Porish, and he's up to the 41-yard line. Just a quick slant to the tight end. Looked like there was a couple of Pierre guys in position. Gain of 20. 1st and 10 Huron from their own 41-yard line. 4th first down here in the second half. And remember, this is only the second time that the Huron Tigers have had the ball on offense here in the second half. We're inside of 10 minutes to go in the game. Tied at 7. Shotgun for Anderson Porish on 1st and 10. High snap, he's just going to keep it. Slipped as he made his cut. He'll get maybe a yard, and that's it. Little extracurricular there right at the end. Caudell and Schonard were kind of involved in that. Gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9 for Huron. Near their own 42. Tied at 7. 9:20 to go in the game. Huron goes trips left, 1 receiver right. Pistol formation, Holst behind Porish. There's the snap, straight drop. Here's the long pass, near side, and it's underthrown and intercepted. It was underthrown, intended for Carter Porish, and intercepted by Pierre. Aiden Boehm with the pick. It was underthrown. Carter Porish couldn't come back to it. First turnover of the game for Huron, and Pierre will get the ball back with 8:58 to go in the game. Pierre will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Well, just trying to get the ball to our biggest receiver, and it was a little underthrown. Carter Porish just couldn't get back to it, and played perfectly by Bain. And now Pierre gets the ball right back, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. In the pistol, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Lounsbury will flip it to Ducheneau, going off right, cuts back to the middle, gets a couple of yards, then gets planted right there in the middle. Anderson Porish playing a little defense. They don't have him on defense a lot, but they did put him in there, and I'll bring him out, bring Juergens in. Gain of 2 on the play. Ducheneau now with 23 carries in the game. I'll have to next break count up, see where his yardage is. He's right around 100. 2nd and 8 from the 32 for Pierre. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Empty backfield for Lounsbury. Straight up the middle. Lounsbury's got a big hole in a first down. Boy, he hit that hole quick. And Huron was slow to recover. Juergens and Winiger on the stop, but a first down for Pierre as they advance it up to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 12 for Lounsbury. And we have a injury on the field, a cramp for a Huron Tiger. Basically the second time we've seen that, but he pops up pretty quick. That's Mason Juergens, so guy you kind of want to keep on the field. So he will walk off under his own power. 14 first downs in the game for Pierre. They've had 7 in the first half, now 7 here in the second half. So they do have Juergens off the field. And Pierre will have 1st and 10 at their own 44. 8:19 to go in the game. Tied at 7. Pierre just forced their first turnover of the game. Trips left, 1 receiver right, empty backfield for Caleb Lounsbury. He's going to take it up the middle again, and he's going to go to the 50. Now, one thing I'll say, it was a design play with Lounsbury going straight ahead. He almost looked like he was going towards the line before he got the snap. And I don't think the quarterback's allowed to do that. Gain of 7, it'll be 2nd and 3. As Pierre now at the Huron 49-yard line. Empty backfield again for Lounsbury with 3 receivers right, 1 left. And Lounsbury will throw it. There's that nice catch by Dilgus. It was that bubble screen, but it was way in front of Dilgus. And he'll get a yard on the play. If Huron had a little tighter coverage, that might have
been a pick.
There's a gain of 1, sets up 3rd and 2 for Pierre from the Huron 48-yard line. Nearing 7 minutes to go in the game, tied at 7, Huron and Pierre. Pierre top ranked in Class 11 AA. They're in the pistol here, so we'll see if Ducheneau gets the call here. And he does, straight up the middle and runs into Jeremy Hofer. He's short, but I see a flag come out at the end. Jeremy Hofer came up and filled the gap. I'm trying to see if I saw a flag come out over there or not. I think I did.
Yeah, there's one down there.
It was right as the tackle was made. Face mask on Huron, so it will be a first down for Pierre. And it came right at the end of the tackle, so obviously that's where it was, and it's the 5-yard incidental. First penalty of the second half for either team, 25 yards total for Huron, but a huge one there gives Pierre a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. They'll go empty backfield again, 3 receivers left, 1 right. For Lounsbury, standing near the 50. He's going to run straight ahead again. Not much that time as it got sealed up by Landon Hulst. Gain of 1, maybe 2 on the play for Lounsbury. We'll go 2nd and 8 from the 42-yard line. Nearing 6 minutes to go in the game. Tied at 7. It's another thing, too. Pierre has been chewing up the clock this entire second half. 2nd and 8, Pierre from the Huron 42-yard line. Trips left, or 4 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield again for Lounsbury as they continue to spread the field. Lounsbury looks left. Here's the bubble screen, and Scheffelbein will, or excuse me, Dilgus will catch it, but he had to go to a knee to catch. No, incomplete actually. They're going to say incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Pierre. So 3rd and 8 for Pierre from the 42, and a big play for the Tiger D again. 5:35 left in the game, tied at 7. Pierre potentially in 2-down territory here if need. Again, empty backfield for Lounsbury. 2 receivers left. They have a little bunch formation on the right side of the formation on 3rd and 8. Lounsbury will take it himself, go right. He has the 40 and then is clubbed there. Somebody got him low, somebody got him high, and that was actually Jaron Deal who took the snap, not Lounsbury. Deal took the snap. He'll get maybe a yard on the play, and it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Pierre from the 40-yard line. Who was in on that stop? Oakley, I assume?
Yep.
So here we go. Lounsbury is back in at quarterback, and a huge play here. 4th and 6 from the 40-yard line for Pierre. We're inside of 5 minutes to go in the game. 2 receivers left. Terwilliger shifts to the left. He's at a wing. Lounsbury to pass. Looking all kinds of time. Throws over the middle. Pass complete. 1st down. And that was Terwilliger just boxing out Riley Winiger to make the play, and a huge 1st down for Pierre. I believe that's Terwilliger's first catch of the game, too. Gain of 11 and another 1st down for Pierre. We're in position there, but again, Terwilliger, he's just so big, 6'4", 6'5", 240. He just boxed out the defender. We tried to come around and deflect it. Could not make the reach. So Pierre 1st and 10 at the Huron 29-yard line. That clock, a factor now at 4:15 left. Here comes motion, and the flip to Scheffelbein runs into some traffic, and he'll do well to get back to the line. Rayshawn Whiff at the bottom of that pile for the Tigers. And I believe it's either Juergens or Hulst also in on the stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Pierre at the Huron 29-yard line. Now they're back in the pistol formation with Ducheneau behind Lounsbury. Wing left, 2 receivers left. Lounsbury does the pump. He's going to throw deep, man, wide open. Oh, drop Jaron Deal was wide open by 5 yards, went through his hands. Well, we had a drop in the first half.
Yep.
Pierre has a drop here in the second half. He was wide open, and the pass was on target. A break for Huron. 3rd and 10, you got to use it. 3rd and 10 for Pierre from the 29. It was a nice play action here on bit. And there was nobody home on deal there on the left end zone. So here we go again, 3rd and 10. Back to the pistol formation, roll out right, Lounsbury, so short pass complete to Terwilliger, and he's planted right where he caught it. James Schultz Jr. on the stop, held the big guy to 2 yards. Schultz Jr. was a little slow to get up. Here we go again, 4th and 8 from the 27-yard line for Pierre. Hitting 3 minutes to go in the game as Pierre has held the ball for 6 minutes on this possession. 4th and 8 from the 27-yard line for Pierre. Empty backfield, there's a jump, and now Huron's saying Pierre had a lineman jump. Huron's line definitely jumped. Who's this going to go against? There's going to be a 5-yarder. Procedure on Pierre.
There we go.
First penalty of the second half against Pierre, but a valuable 5 yards. Now it's going to be 4th and 13 for Pierre, back at the 32-yard line. 2:44, clock still rolling here as Pierre has held the ball here for over 6 minutes, but the Tiger defense, here's your chance again, 4th and 13 from the 32-yard line. Got to get inside the 20, empty backfield. Lounsbury State drop. He's rolling, throws over the middle, incomplete, overthrown. Huron gets the ball back with 2:19 left in the game, and they have all timeouts remaining. They tried the deep post, and Lounsbury just put up too much air under it. And Huron takes over on downs with 2:19 to go in the game. We're still tied at 7. Huron will have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Again, Huron just hasn't had the ball very much. Ball about 6 minutes here in the second half. 1st and 10 for Huron from the 32. Pistol. Porish does a pump. He's going to throw it long for Schuart. Near sideline. Intercepted again. And again, there's that man, Aiden Beam. You got to throw it more towards the sideline. Schuart, it was just one-on-one there, and Schuart couldn't get on the inside. And just like that, back-to-back turnovers by Huron, and Pierre gets the ball back with 2:13 to go in the game. Still tied at 7. Pierre will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 34. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Lounsbury under center on the 1st and 10 play. Both teams have all their timeouts left. 1st and 10 from the 36. Lounsbury throws a backwards pass, and it's complete to Deal. He'll go forward and get up to about the 40. That's actually a run. Will be about 6-7 yards on the play for Deal, and will be 2nd and 3 from the 41-yard line. 2nd and 3 from the 41, and inside of 2 minutes to go. Pierre does have a field goal kicker. They missed a field goal in the first half, but probably at this point they're just looking to get in position for that. And again, they got all 3 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 3, bobble, but Lounsbury up the middle has the first down up to about the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4. Juergens on the stop. 17th first down of the game for Pierre. They have it squarely on their own 45-yard line. And 1st and 10 Pierre. And right now they're just letting the clock run with 1:20 and counting to go in regulation. Trips left, one receiver right, Lounsbury. Empty backfield, and he wants to pass, looks left. He's going to throw short. Intercepted! Intercepted, Jeremy Hofer! One guy to beat!
Get
50,
in there!
10, 5!
Yes!
Touchdown, Huron! Jeremy Hofer, pick 6! No flags! Huron leads! 61 seconds to go! Can you believe it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Jeremy Hofer, the junior, with the pick 6 touchdown. Huron up 13-7 with 1:01 to go in the game. Well, the team swap interceptions, and it works to Huron's benefit. I'd say about a 52, 54-yard interception return. I'll have to look after the game. Mr. Min to kick a very important extra point. Snap is there. The kick is up and off the upright. It's never easy for the Huron Tigers. 13-7 Huron with 1:01 to go in the game. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds, 30 on Dakota Sports.
Coming up here on August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop it and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Well, here we go, Cork. 61 seconds to go in the game. First things first, we got to cover the kick. That's been an issue at times this year. Well, we're only not quite 2 games in. Anderson Porish is going to handle the place kick this time. And it is Scheffelbein and I believe Deal back deep to receive for Pierre. 1:01 left in the game. Huron up 13-7. First things first, cover the kick. Porish will kind of squib it, gonna bounce and go out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. So Pierre will get it at the 35. And also no time goes off the clock with that. Pierre ball, 1st and 10 at the 35. Remember, Pierre still has all 3 of their timeouts left. Of course, Huron can do a defensive timeout as well. Oh, they're going to have us re-kick it. Okay. So officially a 5-yard penalty on Huron. Well, I suppose they're saying if you're going to squib it, we don't think you'll squib it as far this time. So, interesting move by Steele. You just automatically think, well, we'll take it at the 35. So we'll see what happens on this kick, obviously, as Porish again will be on the kickoff here for the Tigers. There's the whistle, and once again, Porish with the kick. Again, squibs it, gonna bounce and take a high bounce at the 30, picked up there, 35, and then a big hit at about the 38 as Ty Kleinsasser came in and upended the returning player. I believe the returner there was Porter Hunsley. And off of that, Pierre basically gains about 5 yards on the play. Pierre will have it 1st and 10 at the 40, and they lose a few seconds. 58 seconds to go in the game. Pierre 1st and 10 at their own 40. Huron now up 13-7. Trips left, 1 receiver right, empty backfield for Lounsbury. Can we make one more play? Lounsbury straight drop, plenty of time. Throws over the middle, pass complete, big hit by Hulst after a gain of about 6. Crossing pattern there by Hudson Stoser. He'll get 6. 2nd and 4, and again, Pierre is not using their timeouts. 2nd and 4 from the 46-yard line. Lounsbury again throws over the middle, complete to the 45, inside the 40. Scheffelbein. Now Pierre will take a first down. 8:30 or 31 seconds to go in the game. No, they aren't taking a first down or a timeout. They're just taking the first down now, getting right back to the line. 1st and 10 from the 39. Lounsbury throws in the middle, incomplete, as Deal could not come up with the grab. It'll be 2nd and 10. That does stop the clock with 21 long seconds to go for the Huron Tigers. 2nd and 10 from the 39 for Pierre. Trips left, one receiver right, straight drop back. Lounsbury again, looks left. Gonna throw short, pass complete to Dill as it's at the 35 to the 30, then knocked out of bounds. So Pierre again stops the clock, and they're down to the 25-yard line. 13 seconds to go, and again, Pierre has their timeout so they can use the whole field, as they got about 14 yards on that play. 1st and 10, Pierre from the Huron 25-yard line. 13 seconds remaining. Empty backfield, and now a timeout for Pierre. That will be their first timeout. Timeout, Pierre. 13 seconds left. Huron 13, Pierre 7. Will take a timeout. 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
For their full potential, does the ranching provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a cat's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Timeout, Pierre. They have 2 remaining. Again, Huron has all 3 of theirs left. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for Pierre. 13 seconds left. You would think time for 2 plays. Again, Pierre has their timeout so they can use the whole field. We go trips left, 2 receivers right. Lounsbury. Empty backfield here on 1st and 10 from the 25. Lounsbury looks right. There it is to Scheffelbein again. Breaks through 1 tackle and gets tackled inside the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 as he gets about 12 yards. Made 1 guy miss. It'll be 1st and 10 Pierre. 6 seconds left, and very likely this will be the final play of the game. Unless you run something real quick to a sideline. Pierre, I believe, took a timeout here. What are we doing? Because Pierre is, or now Huron does realize there's a timeout. So 6 seconds left. We'll just keep it here. And Corky, all you got to,
Everything's in front.
Everything's in front of you. You know, you got Terwilliger there at 6'5", where you throw it up and maybe he can't get to it, but I imagine Anderson Porish is going to be on defense for that duty. But at best, you might get 2 plays, but most likely 1 play is what we're dealing with here. 6 seconds to go. Pierre is down to 1 timeout remaining. Huron 13, Pierre 7. Get a rush on Lounsbury. Make a play there too. Pierre has it. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down is immaterial here, as most likely time for 1 play. Terwilliger is on the right side of the formation. Now you do have Dilgus, and he's 6'4" himself, so he got 2 tall receivers, 1 on each side of the formation. And here we go. 1st and 10, 6 seconds left. Pierre at the Huron 14-yard line. Huron 13, Pierre 7. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Can we get pressure on Lounsbury? There's the snap. Throws over the middle. And incomplete. 2 seconds left. They went for Terwilliger. If he catches that, the game's over, because he had to go to his knees at the 2-yard line to catch it. And this is it. This will be the final game of the final play of the game, and Pierre going to use their last timeout. Again, Cork, if Terwilliger catches that, game's over. Well, I guess they still have the timeout left.
Yeah, but they'd have to be called. They'd have to be quick.
Yes.
With that, and But they still got to go to the end zone here. They ain't got no choice. That's where you got to go with it. So if you're the Tigers, you got to keep everything in front, and don't let the quarterback back there just run free. Get some little bit if you can. Put a little pressure on him, make him move.
Yeah, get a little pressure, bring somebody off from one side or the other. Again, you got to see where Terwilliger is, and again, Dilgus is 6'4", so that's a tall target too. And on the other hand, Scheffelbein's been catching everything that's been thrown to him. So the weapons are there, just which way you're going to go, but you got one play to win it if you're the Pierre Governors. So 2nd and 10 again. 2nd and 10's immaterial. It's 4th and goal from the 14 is really what it is for Pierre. So empty backfield, 3 receivers left. That's where Dilgus is. And Terwilliger is on the right side of the line at a tight end position. Here we go, 4th down, or 2nd down, but essentially 4th down, Lounsbury. Empty backfield, straight drop, looks left, steps up. He's going to run now. He's going to throw in the middle. Incomplete. Pierre goes down.
There we go.
Was the intended target. Huron Tigers have knocked off number 1. 13-7. Huron Tigers have defeated the Pierre Governors. How about that?
Oh, how sweet it is.
Huron Tigers knock off Pierre and move to 1-1 on the season. I've gotten 3 texts so far on the last time we defeated Pierre. The only one I can think of is when we ended the streak back in 07.
That was here, right?
Yes. That would have been some guy named Bud was the coach. Huron wins 13-7. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. Gary's All Auto Glass postgame is next on Dakota Sports.
Breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the pro rehab physical therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
1919 root beer is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers!
The Northern Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with the fitness class that fits your schedule. The Northern Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, tricycle swing classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Northern Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Northern Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger Postgame Show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does ship repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Dell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Back at Tiger Stadium, the lineup is on to ring the bell. The Huron Tigers going to ring the bell over Pierre for the first time, and we don't know how long. Again, as far as I can think, that the game that ended Huron's long losing streak was at 07-08. I think it was 08, wasn't it? You were the coach.
Wasn't Quincy Christie the running back at that time?
I don't think so, but
okay.
You know, we had a couple of overtimes. A year before we beat Pierre, we had an overtime. Schmitz, and I think his second year had an overtime out there. I know, but I'm thinking it was 07 or 08. Who cares? It's 2025 and we're 1-0.
There we go.
Let's do a scoreboard update. Seven Suns Heating and Air with the scoreboard update is 4 minutes after 9 o'clock on KIJV AM FM in Huron. Let's see, where are we going here? Final, Sturgis 35, Douglas 0. Early fourth quarter, T-Area 25, Aberdeen 0. Spearfish leading Rapid City Central 12-6 late in the game. Early fourth quarter, Yankton 38, Watertown 20. That's your AA scores. Looking at some area scores, Hitchcock Tulare early fourth quarter leads Northwestern 30-20. Iroquois Lake Preston trails Canastota now. Canastota 30, Iroquois Lake Preston 12, and Mobridge at halftime leads Miller Highmore Herald 52-7. And that is your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. We'll take another 2-minute timeout and return to the Tiger Stadium. Coach Strand already up here as well. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
An insurance agency in Huron. We change thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crufts, play hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people who do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Lion Tanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Lion Tanger can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Lion Tanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Offers of taxi smoke garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-252-5776 to get a free estimate. The pros of Full Clean Plus help you get great-looking, durable surfaces with epoxy flooring. The owner and operator visit them at 201 Market Street. Check out their website at fullcleanplus.net. Full Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
And we're back at Tiger Stadium. I'm Jeff Duffy. Garyville Auto Glass Postgame continues as we visit with Huron Tiger coach Drew Strand. And Coach, I don't even know where to start on this. Kudos to the defense. They bent but didn't break, made some breaks themselves, stiffened when we needed to, made the stops when we needed to. A big defensive play, the difference.
Yep. I mean, those guys really showed up for us. I thought they showed up on both sides of the ball. We talked about three things this week: accountability, attitude, and effort. And I thought those guys just continued to show that all game long, and I'm super proud of them and just what they did here tonight.
Defensively, like I said, we bent but didn't break. We, did a good, the breaks went our way tonight, really. We recovered the fumble. I think we fumbled ourselves 3 times in 5 plays and still covered all 3. That all those little things make a difference. Sometimes it's luck, but at the end of the day, kids just hung in there. I don't think there was a sack in the game. Anderson had time to throw. We were consistent in our running game, and really when you look at second half, we didn't have the ball a whole lot.
Nope. I mean, I thought that kind of going in, at halftime we had one long drive, and both teams were kind of driving the ball and moving it, that whole first half. So then we went into the second half, and we took a couple shot plays to try to just try to loosen them up a little bit. And unfortunately, they didn't work out in our favor. But, kudos to our defense and those guys and the leaders out there, and just being dudes of where, like you said, they bent, but they didn't break, and they just kept fighting. And, I think these guys really believed going into this game that they were going to win. And, it's good when they believe it and they don't hang their heads and they can continue to go 100% the whole game. And
some mental arithmetic here. I have time of possession second half. Huron 6 and Pierre 18. So, like I said, we just stayed with it defensively. Obviously, we had a lot of tackles because we gave a lot of plays. With Riley Winiger, 8 tackles, 11 for Oakley Anderson. Landon Holst had 7. I thought Holst played a great game on defense, and I thought Mason Juergens was all over the place as well. He was our leading receiver tonight, and that senior bunch, they were just saying, you know what, this is our time. We haven't beat these guys. In fact, we're not really sure when the last time was, and boy, it just. They did everything that was asked of them.
Yeah, I mean, this defense really came out, and those guys made a lot of tackles in space. We definitely had to change up our defense a little bit by throwing an extra corner in there and having Gunnar Harris start for us this week and just kind of protect that side of the field on our back end. And, I thought these guys, they were going to come into this game, and we were going to have to make a lot of plays in space, and I thought those guys did a fantastic job, especially the senior group with Oakley, Riley, Mason. Who else? Ty was in at times. There's just a lot of guys just flying around on defense making plays. Charlie down at the line, I know he doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's in there grinding and making space for those other guys to make plays.
And our signature plus player of the game, right up until 1 minute and 1 second left to go, it was going to be Mason Juergens. Sorry, Mason. Jeremy Hover, you made the play of the day.
Yep, I mean, super proud for him. He's been a little bit, we've had to stay on him about just keying his keys and getting in the right spots, and, it really paid off for him when he does, and, that was a huge play, big play for us to go up, and just exciting to see him get that success and see when it works, and, that just goes to show that these kids are very coachable and they're willing to listen to us. So, hats off to Jeremy, and, hopefully there's more picks to come on our defense as well.
So, we're going to enjoy this for a weekend for sure. But now when you look at the grand scheme of things, 5 out of 7 on the road because we've already had 2 of our 4 at home in. We go to T-Area next week. They were up on Aberdeen fairly comfortably last time I checked. But we kind of know what they're going to do. They're one of those teams that likes to run 3 or 4 plays and just tell you to try and stop it. And they're going to be bigger than us, but so is everybody else.
Yep. I mean, our guys go in now with different belief, different kind of culture here that we're trying to make. So, our guys, we just look at it next week, next opponent, and we'll just have to get after it in the film room and at practice this week and just see what we can do again against T.
And again, we're thinking 07 was the last time Huron defeated Pierre, and that was the one that ended the losing streak. That would have been like Joey Swenson, Hunter Anschutz, Tim Rodert, and those guys. And I know you said since you've been in Huron we haven't beaten Pierre. I know Coach Schmitz, I think his second year, or maybe it was his first year, we did take him to overtime out there. But, it's been a long time coming. A couple of years ago, we beat Yankton for the first time in forever. These are just big milestones that this program is taking.
Yep. I mean, these guys have done a fantastic job of really kind of seeing the vision that I have, and what this program can be. These guys have a lot of guys around them, and it's kind of turning into, a family for us for football. And these guys are starting to buy in and believe in it. And, definitely the leadership group that we got going here has just done a fantastic job of leading these younger guys and kind of show them the vision that we have moving forward. And, hopefully we can turn that around and make this a football culture place as well.
Coach Drew Stan here on Tigers. We'll have plenty more to talk about on Dakota Sports Saturday tomorrow morning, but the Tigers pick up the win. Number 1 goes down here on 13, Pierre 7. We'll take another 2-minute timeout on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game. Run down the stats, run down the scoring, run down the scores. Wrap it up here on Dakota Sports.
Adams quickly was your go-to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes. Use Adams Deal. No appointment needed. See them in 1159 Fort Anthony Road. Give Adam a call, 352-9225. Adams quickly was also his tire repair, batteries, and filters. Both your own and open at 8 a.m. every today except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams Quick Lube. 1159 Fifth Avenue North. Adams Quick Lube is a proud sponsor of Tiger Sports. Talk about this before Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, you can call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from this delicious menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. We're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. We're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dakota Sports KIJB, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Gary's All Auto Glass post-game continues here on Tigers up in the Pierre tonight, 13-7, and moved to 1-1 on the season. Scoring, Huron scored right off the bat. They held the ball on the opening kickoff. They drove it down 4 minutes, 19 seconds. 7-yard touchdown pass from Anderson Porish to Mason Juergens. Mr. Min added an extra point. Huron was up at 7-0 there early in the first quarter. Pierre missed a field goal in the first half, and also they had a long drive, almost 7 minutes, where they fumbled inside the 10-yard line, and little plays like that ended up being a lot bigger when you look at how close this game was, 7-0 Huron at the half. Then the second half, Pierre got the opening kickoff, and they just rammed it down Huron's throat. They threw it twice, but ran it, I believe, 11 times. And 5.5 minutes, scored on a 1-yard run by quarterback Caleb Lounsbury, although that was even a fourth down play. They added the extra point. We were tied at 7. Pierre had a few more opportunities, but just had the drive stop in on the Huron end of the field. Tigers threw a couple of picks that Pierre could not convert, but it ended up being a pick by Huron that ended up being the big play of the game after Huron had thrown an interception to give Pierre the ball back with just over 2 minutes left. They got a first down, then threw it out here on the near side and right to Jeremy Hofer, and the junior scooted about, I'd say 56 yards, 54 yards. Again, I'll have to look at the video afterwards, see officially how long it was, but he got it all the way down the right sideline in for the score. Of course, us being Huron, we missed the extra point to make it 13-7. Pierre did get down, where did they get down to? Were they inside the 10? No, I think they were down to about the 12. Yeah, they were down to about the 12 and had a couple shots at the end zone with 2 seconds left. They tried to get it to their big tight end, Terwilliger. That's what I would have done too, but it came up short, and the Tigers hang on for the 13-7 win. For Pierre, they had, I didn't do all the arithmetic here. They had 163 yards on the ground. Kea Ducheneau, I had him 23 carries for 95 yards. Caleb Lounsbury had 9 carries for 50. And Jaron Deal had 4 carries for 18 yards. Throwing the ball, Caleb Lounsbury for the game was 17 of 28 for 149 yards and did have the 1 pick, which proved to be the difference in the game. 18 first downs for Pierre. For Huron, again, the stats aren't flashy. 75 on the ground, 113 through the air. Landon Hull, 7 carries for 44 yards. Anderson Porish, 9 carries for 31 yards. Oakley Anderson, 1 carry for no yards. Passing the ball, Anderson Porish, 10 of 22 for 113 yards, 1 touchdown. and 2 interceptions. And again, you just got to remember, Huron hardly had the ball in the second half as Pierre had a time of possession of about 3-1 in the second half. Huron had 10 first downs in the game. Defensively, again, no flashy numbers for Pierre, but again, their defense wasn't on the field a lot, especially in the second half. Samuel Larson with 4 tackles. William Eilers, Aiden Rame had 3. Rame had 2 interceptions, big plays for Pierre. Tucker Roddy had 3 stops, as did Sutton Sonnenschein. For the Huron Tigers, Oakley Anderson, 11 tackles, 3 assists, 8 tackles, 1 assist. Riley Winiger. Jeremy Hofer, 4 tackles, 3 assists, and of course had the big pick 6 to give Huron the lead. Landon Holst, a big game defensively, as he had 9 tackles and 2 assists, 7 tackles, 1 assist for Mason Jurgens, 4 tackles, 2 assists, Ty Kleinsasser, James Schultz Jr., 3 tackles, as did Rayshawn Whiff. And just an overall great effort by our Huron Tigers in picking up the win here tonight. Let's do our final scoreboard update from Seven Suns Heating and Air, 605-352-5316, located at 111 Dakota Avenue North in Huron. In 11 AA tonight, might need your phone because my phone's not cooperating. There we go. In 11 AA tonight, Yankton leads Watertown. Yankton scoring a lot of points and giving up a lot of points. They lead Watertown midway through the fourth quarter, 45-26. Spearfish held off Rapid City Central 14-6. Sturgis shut out Douglas 35-0. And final now, T-Area, which hosts Huron next week, defeated Aberdeen 25-7. A lot of games actually being played tomorrow night. Brookings goes to Mitchell for the Colonel Bowl tomorrow night. And again, Rapid City Central was the only 11 AAA team that played tonight. Everybody else playing tomorrow, including a triple header at Howard Wood with the Sioux Falls schools and the Metro schools. See if we can pick up any other scores here. Mobridge, early fourth quarter, leads Miller Highmore Herald 52-7. Castlewood shut out Wellesley Wessington 36-0. Sunshine Bible defeated Cologne 52-0. Hitchcock Tulare early fourth quarter leads Northwestern 38-20. And that is the scoreboard update here from Seven Suns Heating and Air. And Cork, final thoughts here. You say you're not going to tea. You might change your mind.
That might happen. Just give me more drugs and I'll be good to go. But no, I tell you what, when these kids believe in themselves and play with their heart and everything that they left out. They left nothing out here tonight. They played everything they had, and then you can take the number 1 down. That's something to be very, very proud of right there.
Huron 13, Pierre 7, Tigers 1-1, Pierre 1-1 on the season. Don't forget it's volleyball tomorrow from Aberdeen. Huron Tigers and Aberdeen up in Golden Eagle Arena. We'll shoot for a 2 o'clock start, 1:40 pregame tomorrow afternoon. Volleyball here on Tiger. Big thank you to Nate back at the studio, keeping us on the air and more, and Corky here for helping us out, all the sponsors as well. We still have openings for Huron Tiger Sports. We'd like to get you on board. Support your business, support your school, support your community. Contact DK Ozier if you'd like to be a part of Tiger Sports here. And we'll take care of you. But again, we still have a few openings, and we'd like to fill those here. A night like this makes you think, I want to be on the Huron Tigers. It's been a presentation of Dakota Sports on Tiger, committed